Good morning, pregame crew. How are y'all? It is Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. You have found yourself at the pregame show. If you're meant to be here and you meant to be here, good. If you didn't mean to be here, just stay. You'll get to love charts. So I'll officially get started in 9 minutes. Between now and then, I'm going to do an audio-visual check, say hello to my friends, and take a few chart requests. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. My morning is off to an amazing start. Thanks, Michael. I actually was able to cram in a shower this morning before I went live. That's always a plus. Good morning, Andre, Night Truck, Greg, Dragus, Red Moon, Keith, Mighty Pawns, George, Sal, Nugget, Ed, Paul, Topher, Basque, Highway, Duke the Fool, Michael, Mary, good morning. Hey, Crypto Cat, how are y'all? No, really, how are you? How's your trading going? I hope you're doing well. I hope your trading is going well. And by trading going well, I do not mean profitable. If you're profitable, great. What I mean is I hope you are following your system. Because if you follow your system systematically, the results will come. Hey, Carlos, Josh, Sir Fernando, Remy, what a beautiful French name, Robert, Audrey, Akin, good morning. Okay, I'll take a chart request. Meta looks so good to me. It's one of my Queen of the Mountain trades. We got a double daily inside bar. We got double Ds. Not really, no, because this side is higher, you just got a nice equilibrium. In my opinion, you just have a nice bull flag potentially forming. So here's the fib. We can make it all the way down to 178.02 and still be a potential daily bull flag. So I think Meta's holding up just fine. Yep, MNMD, psychedelics doing great. Beautiful. Daily's overbought. Remember, gap ups are for selling. Gap ups are for selling. So whoever swung this overnight, they wake up and they got 5% in their pocket. You better believe they're going to cash it out and run to the bank. So you want to make sure you're not the last one in the game of musical chairs on names like this. The chart looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Maybe you want to scale out just a portion, but I definitely think the prudent thing to do would be to just scale out a bit. Awesome. I'm glad it's rocking, Carlos. I'm glad. SOL. Okay. I'll do Coinbase. We're inside yesterday's range. Resistance 23.74, support 22.50. Dangerously close to losing the daily 8 EMA. And as of right now, we have a daily triple bottom at 22.49, 22.50, 22.54. Bulls are going to want to see this hold in order for this weekly bull flag to be viable. You see how we're inside last week's range? Bulls have an hourly uptrend. Bears are looking to top fish the 4-hour potential lower high against 23.61. Okay, I'm skipping ahead and I'm not supposed to. Audrey, if you struggle following your rules, are your rules written down? Do you have something written down like this? Like in a spreadsheet and you say, here you go. Is it in a weekly uptrend, daily, 15-minute, whatever? And you're forced to say, where is the check marks? I don't know where the check marks are, so I'll just do an X. You're forced to say, okay, yep, that's true. Yep, that's true. Okay, now I can take the trade. And the reason we don't follow rules is because we don't know them. Number one. And the second and third reason we don't follow rules are fear and greed. So every time you have a feeling of fear or greed, I would write that down and start to evaluate why those feelings are coming up and start getting to the root cause of them. That was very general, but I'm just trying to help as much as I can. Flex, cross, I'm flexing my bicep as we speak, just kidding. Potential weekly bull flag. Hourly is just going sideways, very healthy at this point. Your support's $24 and your resistance, the high of yesterday, $24.60. Nothing, no big issues with this chart at the moment. Okay. I go over NQ futures every morning. NQ futures are in an hourly uptrend. Unlike ES, it looks like they're trying to lose it right here, right now. This is a potential daily bull flag, and it's a potential daily bull flag until proven otherwise by bears. Bears haven't proven it yet. I think the edge goes to the bulls this morning, even though we're pulling back right now a little bit and we're slightly red. Edge goes to the bulls with these types of consolidation sideways, if you will. We're in a daily uptrend. We'll take sideways all day, every day. Good morning. Algo RAND? You mean Algo USD? Okay, I'll do Algo USD. If it's something else, let me know. Looks like we just got a daily bull break. All right, Audrey, then you know where you gotta do the work. I mentioned it yesterday, and I'll say it again. Jacob Tendler, I believe, The Mental Game of Trading. Chapter 3 is such an important chapter. So good. So very good. And then 4 and 5 are on fear and greed. I would suggest checking those out if you can. Hourly uptrend. Oof, that 4-hour candle is not what you want to take home to mom. 15 minutes holding EMA just fine. That's it? Okay, good, Zach. Weekly 21 EMA overhead, daily uptrend, but you don't want to see that look above and fail. We have plenty of room for a 4-hour high or low. If you're in a long, I'd stay in a long. As long as these hourly EMAs are below you, I'd stay in that long. Got likes? That'd be great. All right. Yeah, UNG is trying to get its life together. I wouldn't say it has successfully yet, but it's trying. Let's get this show on the road. Y'all didn't come here to just hang out with me, or maybe you did, and that's good too. But let's do some charts. Good morning. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow at Chart Gal Lori, that would be wonderful. What I do here every morning is I show you this table, where it's a tool for me to be able to communicate to you what I'm seeing in the market a little bit more objectively. The weighting is based on my personal trading experience, somewhat arbitrary, but it's just a nice tool to get my day started and attempt to help me formulate a thesis. I have my notes, they're off screen. I share those with TCG members only. We have Jay Powell talking at 12:40 Eastern today at an economic forum. Remember, some things have changed since we heard from Powell last Wednesday. The jobs number was a big miss in a good way for jobs, meaning we've got way more jobs than we expected, but that's not good for inflation. So Powell had a little insight to that with the JOLTS number before last Wednesday, but just remember that. He said disinflationary several times last Wednesday, and that was the dovish talk that everyone was just grasping at. So with Friday's jobs numbers, he may change his tune a little bit today and be a little more hawkish, or he just may be a little more Switzerland neutral and try to stay away from any type of controversial topic. So just be aware of that. Friday's data may change Papa Powell's tone today. So we have an hourly EQ on ES. We're coming into support 4113. NASDAQ, we're losing this hourly support of 1252375, but I guess I should just back up a little bit. ES has a potential daily bull flag. There's nothing wrong with this chart. Nothing. Until the bears prove otherwise, as long as it's holding this 8 EMA, it's fine. NASDAQ, beautiful. No problems here. RTY, beautiful. No problems here. YM's a little different. YM has a little bit different scenario, but still in a daily uptrend. No big issues. Here's the big issue. The big issue is the dollar. And what I was hoping for market bulls is for this daily 50 MA to reject price here at the 103.58. It isn't. The dollar bulls are just slicing and dicing through it as if it doesn't exist. 4-hour bull flag confirmed. We are overbought on the hourly, the 4-hour, daily not overbought yet. And now we have plenty of room for a daily higher low on the next pullback. So the dollar is the fly in the ointment to the bulls parade. It's what's messing up the fun. Like, dollar is the party pooper for the market bulls today. The market bulls set up the structure perfectly to get a big move going on the weekly. Once it popped over 41.80 on ES, and Dixie said, whoop, not so fast, bring it on back. So that's what's happening right now in the market. Here are your key levels. They're in the light gray over here if you want to mark those off. NASDAQ, we're losing this support. And as always, I think this is going to come down to Apple today. The dollar and Apple, super important charts. And as you can see, I'm leaning a little more bullish. But that's because of the larger patterns. But I have a lot of push patterns, meaning I was unable to make a determination because of where we were, hourly EQ on ES, so I didn't make a determination. Apple is in an inside bar. Apple is really in a big spot here, big. So we close with a daily inside bar. And we're right here in the middle of that range right now in pre-market. Do you see it at the hourly 50 MA just resting its little head? So we may have a whole lot of hurry up and wait before 1240. Or bears could just take over initially and just ram it down the bulls' throats. Who knows? Just know that sideways is highly possible with Powell speaking at 1040. Okay, Apple super important. And the dollar's important. I've driven that home. Hang Seng was slightly green overnight, 0.36. DAX is down 0.23%. All right, we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still in an hourly uptrend. Your next support, 22864. It's a little bit more bullish than the market, so I gave it a green check over here. A little bit more bullish. And Microsoft has AI news expected today. They said yesterday they would announce some type of AI headline today. So that could be positive for the market. We're still pulling back here. So Bitcoin's slightly more bullish. Bitcoin represents risk off. So typically, if you want a risk off situation where you say, you know what, I want to take all my chips off the table. The first place you're going to take your chips off the table are in the highest or perceived high risk asset classes, which are Bitcoin. Ethereum's just fine. No problems here. Bitcoin, no problems here. Still holding 22,500 and yesterday's low, 22,637. Paul, I've changed the numbers just once or twice after I saw that VIX I used to have up at 6, I believe. I changed it to 5.5 when I saw there was a disconnect. But ES weekly, I've always had at 10. So those aren't dynamic numbers. They're static. However, I reserve the right to change them. Microsoft, I increased its weighting, which I should increase it again as we speak, because it's the .1 holding in QQQ now. It has finally surpassed Apple as the largest holding in QQQ. So I didn't even have Microsoft on this table. Then I had it 7.5, 8, and I would say it's 8.5 now due to its weighting in QQQ. All right, went over Bitcoin, Ethereum. Here are your levels. Hourly uptrend support 1628.57. Gold's losing that support. Your next support is 1875. Wouldn't you anticipate this gold pain train to continue? Pain train or train pain? Yeah, pain train. Let's go with that. The gold pain train, I would expect this to continue with the dollar strength. Metals are getting whacked, and I would expect this to continue as long as we have the dollar with this much strength. Bounces are for shorting in currencies stated opposite the dollar, like 6B, 6E, 6J, 6 pick a C, 6C, all of those different currencies right now should be hurting slightly because the dollar has gained strength. So bounces are for shorting on metals and currencies, in my opinion. Other currencies other than the dollar. Oil. This was a fun trade, and I know Lori saw this yesterday, my friend Nugget, Lori Carlson. So yesterday I posted in the chat right here that oil was going for a daily or weekly double bottom with 72.46. 72.46. We looked below by 16 cents. So 72.46 minus 25. Nope. That's 21 cents, you dummy, you big dummy. We broke bare 21 cents. Got him, Miss Sanford and Son. So oil has a tendency to do that. We talk about it. What are our names that do this? Nat gas and oil tend to look above and fail, look below and fail, and reverse. Apple does it and Neo does it. And I tell you this over and over and over and over and over. And I am the one who bought here. I bought 76.51 and I got stopped out at 76.45, I believe, something like that. And then it did the little peak below and then it reversed with a huge move up. 5% bounce. So I think this is a decent area to potentially look for oil shorts against this now double top. 75.98, 75.97. I think bounces are for shorting. We have API estimates. I'm coming, Elizabeth. API estimates are after hours at 4:30 today on oil and inventories tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Nat gas, what you trying to do? Okay, Nat gas, 4-hour uptrend. It's trying to make a name for itself. You just go. We still have a potential weekly bear flag. Don't get too fooled by this, but this is a start. This is a place to start. It's a great start. However, look at the time of day. This is the time shenanigans are played. They did it yesterday to us. Do you remember? Right here. Do y'all remember that? And we discussed it. Like they can run this up and then they trap bulls and then pull it back. Let's see if this is indeed a bull trap or are they really going to do something. This volume looks a little bit different than this volume. So maybe this time could be different. Does that make sense? When you start to know the character of how an instrument trades, we know oil and especially nat gas early in the morning, right before pit open in Chicago, which is I believe 8 a.m. Central. I would have to confirm that. I'm pretty sure that's the time. But this is when the shenanigans are played. So are these indeed shenanigans or someone's like, that's it. You've thrown away nat gas enough. We're going to play the bull side. So nat gas could have a beautiful day today. I would say a pullback is worth buying. Here, I think it's a decent risk to reward long trade for a pullback buy. So we're 15-minute overbought already on nat gas. So remember, reverse back burners are still true, even with an hourly overbought. Let me go set that alert. Tell me when RSI hits 70. Yeah, hit the like button, please. Okay. Hey, Bennett, how are you? I just saw you there. Okay, I'm going fast this morning. Am I just not giving enough detail? I don't know. I did have on my notes this morning. I just wanted to remind you, this is just your friendly mama reminder. And I'm sorry, I'm a mama first. And I always think like that when I think about my friends and trading. I want to protect y'all. So what I did yesterday is I have a Bluetooth mouse with batteries. And I went ahead and plugged in a USB mouse just in case my batteries go out on my mouse. So if you have any component of your rig that is dependent on batteries or anything like that, just make sure you have the proper backup protocol, that you know how to use your iPhone if you're dependent on a desktop and you needed to enter a trade or a stop or an exit on your phone. So if you say, I'm never trading on my phone, well, I think you should learn how, just in case of emergency, and also your friendly reminder to possibly get a backup to your mouse or at least have batteries on standby. So that's your friendly motherly reminder. I try not to be like that, bossy, but I can't help it. And one other thing that I did not mention yesterday that I had in my notes is I thought it was very surprising that the balloon incident was overlooked. And I'm just generically calling it the balloon incident. It was major. It was big. It was huge. It was minor. I'm not making a judgment on that. However, that is very new. Do y'all remember when, was it Kim Jong or the North Korea guy would say things, and with Trump was president, and it would just, the market would just dump. And if I remember correctly, that was like around July 2018, I believe. It was just so temperamental. Well, I think the market really shook off the balloon incident yesterday very well. So for me, that was a little bit more bullish overtone that I wasn't expecting to see in the market. So when what should happen doesn't, it's just something to note. Okay, they shook that off really, really well. So maybe these bulls are for real. We'll see. They have to prove it with price action. Okay, those were my notes that I wanted to be sure to cover. And then if you're just joining us, welcome. And a reminder, Powell speaking at 12:40 Eastern. We may be in a hurry up and wait situation until Powell speaks. Powell speaks at 12:40, and since he spoke last time with FOMC, we have new data out, jobs numbers. So he may develop a more hawkish tone, TBD, to be determined. You're welcome, Carlos. Okay. So we did all that. We did the commodities. Now let's jump into Apple. Apple is super sideways. And I think as long as we're staying within this range, market bulls are not in dire trouble. As long as the Apple can hold up this strong and maintain yesterday's low, I would say market bulls are putting up a fight. As I say this, they just keep making 5-minute lower highs and lower lows at the moment. But this does not scare me. This Apple chart is not scary at all. We're holding that hourly 50 MA. So Apple, we'll see how this tightening range develops. I'm not saying that I have a trade on it because I think it's going to be tough to go take out the high from Friday. I think that would be tough. We may just balance for a couple days in this big range. Because remember, we had earnings that had the first miss in 7 years. It was bearishly digested, and then bulls bought the dip all day. So we may stay within this large range all week. You have to prepare yourself for those kind of things and don't get chopped up. Amazon's a little bit weaker, daily lower high expected on the next bounce. So we do have this tightening range here on the hourly, but when we scroll out, I'm going to use a new tool. Y'all tell me if y'all like it. I'm trying Epic Pen. So a daily lower high is expected on the next bounce with Amazon. So Amazon is still my bear choice on bounces. So what do we do to play that? So 15-minute, let me erase that. So 15-minute alert. Tell me when it gets overbought. I want to know if Amazon gets overbought on the 15-minute, I would be looking for a top fish setup. Yesterday it was a short idea and it worked out perfectly. Amazon is weak. Nvidia is not weak. Nvidia is one of the stronger names out there. When we look at the daily, we are just looking for a daily higher low here. We have potential daily bull flag. Ain't nothing wrong with this chart, and I mean nothing. Hourly, we're going sideways in this tight range. 209.98 is your support from end of day. Then the low, 207.86. Let's see, where are we? That's not quite right. Let me fix this fib. Right there. Okay. So we're up at the 0.382 of yesterday's range. So from the low of yesterday to the high of yesterday, we are up here. We've only retraced approximately 40% of that so far in pre-market. That's bullish. That is bullish. So for me, NVDA would be the bull trade. So Nvidia, the bull trade, and Amazon, the bear trade. Okay, Tesla daily inside bar. Y'all, it ain't that hard. It ain't rocket science. 199 is the resistance until it's not. If or when Tesla gets over 199 and has to clear 200 immediately after, very quickly after, that is bullish for the stock. That is very bullish. So 199, look at these 4-hour EMAs. Do you see that? There's not even a bobble. Maybe an after hours over here, but there's not even a bobble. Like, no problem. Hourly EMAs, check. Below us, check. If Tesla and Apple are not going to roll over, this market weakness we see this morning may be for buying. That's a pretty bold statement. Okay, this is I got to figure out how to, I guess I need to learn how to do that faster. So yesterday, let's look at what happened. BBBY. It squeezed some shorts in a big, big way. And then what did they do after hours? Boop, offering. So now we're down almost 40% in pre-market. So this is a bankrupt company, a company that's expected to announce they're in the process of structuring their bankruptcy as we speak over the last few weeks. And who else is like that? CVNA. So CVNA, so the offering yesterday kind of messed up this setup. I still like it though with this tight 4-hour EQ. Let's see. With this 4-hour EQ that we have on Carvana, I like this tightening pattern. I like a break over 1426 for a potential long on Carvana. And you could look at a potential buy against the low of yesterday, 1302. That makes for better risk to reward. So let me see here. 1315. I'm going to set alert for 1315. That would be an area I'd look to possibly buy Carvana. And then 1302. And let me show you the benefit of being in a community, a chat. So yesterday we had Whoa Nelly is his handle in our Slack chat, and he primarily trades Tesla. And 95% of the time he trades Tesla, and he uses his own technical analysis, our technical analysis that we provide in the room, and then bar chart. He has all these levels marked off. I didn't know this was even a thing. So this would be really helpful if you're newer to technical analysis and you're like, I want to see, do I have the right high marked? Do I have the right low marked? I need to check my fibs. This is a great tool for you to be able to check that. Isn't that cool? So if you want to trade CVNA today, you're like, okay, she's talking about 1302. That's the low of yesterday. Oh, okay, I see why. And okay, 14-day RSI at 70% would be $12.97. So that $13 is a pretty good zone for a potential buy in Carvana. Does that make sense? How you could use this data to help overlay on your technical analysis to make sure, as my mom would say, you're barking up the right tree. I think this is an awesome tool. And that's why I'm so thankful to be part of TCG. And I like to hang out with people that are smarter than me. And I learn things like that. Okay. Meta. I understand that what I'm saying is different right now. I'm looking at ES at the corner of my eye. I have it on another screen. I understand what this looks like, so don't get it twisted. I understand what this looks like. We're definitely leaning more bearish with the tone this morning. But I will not ignore these charts who look pretty dang good. So we have our second daily inside bar on Meta, and this could be a daily bull flag. This looks fine. Yesterday's low, 185.52. We're testing it right now. If we lose yesterday's low and we look below 182.89 and we don't get a lot of follow through to the downside, I would even say I would even go as far as to say one. Whoa, that got bigger. Okay, maybe I need to spend a little bit more time practicing that one. Okay. Didn't change my pen size. So 180, as long as we can maintain 180, I would say if you could get to 180 or even 18289 and you get a 2-minute trend change to the upside off that level, I think it's a long. Meta looks fine, absolutely fine. It's a long for me, dog. Microsoft expecting it's green this morning. It has that AI announcement today, so I have it marked green down here on my news. So Microsoft is green, and you have support at 255.70, then the low of yesterday, 254.78. Dynamite, I doubt that. I bet you're one of the smarter ones in the group. And you know what? If you are the smartest one in the group, you're hanging out with the wrong group. All right, Netflix is weak. Netflix is a top fish idea again. Looking for a top fish against 366.33. A bounce is for shorting on Netflix. Netflix is overall weak. So I like Carvana long, Meta long, Microsoft long, Netflix short. I had AMD up here and then I had to take it off because it was testing the low of yesterday. But I just want to show you what I was looking at. They had earnings last Tuesday. This could be a daily bull flag. 82.48 keeps a bull flag alive, kind of like with Meta. I like AMD for a potential dip buy against 83.22, so I guess I am throwing it back in there. All right. It's 6:52. I have time for a couple chart requests. There are 361 of you and 128 likes. Can y'all hit that like button? And also give me a follow on Twitter at ChartGalLori. I would appreciate it. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. I promise you we work hard to bring you current information on what's going down in the market. Okay. Looking. Let me check chat. BTC. Okay, I just did BTC, but I'll do it again in an hourly uptrend. And y'all, I guess that's me trying to show off, but I'm not trying to show off. I'm trying to show you if you are a serious trader, this is my business. This is my livelihood. I ran multiple businesses before. I take P&L seriously. So if this is your business, which it shouldn't be a hobby because that means you're throwing away money. If this is your business and you trade Bitcoin or you trade NASDAQ, I think you should know what Bitcoin's doing. They are sometimes very closely related. Bitcoin support is 22,633, then 22,500. You should know that. 22,639. Oh, I said 633. Look at me running my head. I was off by a couple dollars. And 22,500. So hourly uptrend over the 50 MA. I think it looks fine. These hourly EMAs are kind of flat right here, just kind of showing sideways action. Remember, when the bulls give the bears an opening, and that's an opening, and they don't jump through it, and sideways is a direction, and we can start consolidating in time versus price, that's bullish. Bears should be pouncing on this opportunity. We do have a little bit of a diamond bullish reversal pattern forming on Bitcoin. I didn't see that earlier. So this is typically found at the bottom of a pattern where you break to a lower low, higher high, you don't get a lot of follow through. This definitely has a diamond bullish reversal pattern tone. Not necessarily KT machine. It doesn't mean that 5-minute oversold on RSI on all the bull flags would work. Not necessarily. You could have bull flags that for a daily where an hourly gets oversold. So I don't think that that is a carte blanche statement that I could say, yep, that's it. Now. Daily uptrend. Okay, daily uptrend. You grazed hourly, oversold. You didn't get a lot of oomph from that. I say you have to get over the high of yesterday, 46517, to feel comfortable that that daily higher low is set. Hourly 8 EMA providing a big headache for bulls overhead. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for being here. TCGers, I'm going to copy and paste these notes right here, right now, and I will put them over in chat in about 30 seconds. Thank y'all for being here. Use stop losses, and I'll see you tomorrow. TCGers, I will be midday live stream today.